It has been a very good but interesting week in Mariners land with the Houston series and the Angels series at home. Pretty good homestand. Want to talk all about it. My name is Jake from Trident. Hello and welcome. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, helps me out a lot. You could also like the video as well. But today I wanted to talk about this homestand that we just went through. It was at the end of a very long and arduous 17 game stretch without an off day. Thankfully today we have that. The Mariners went 6-1 in this homestand against the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Angels. We took 3 of 4 from Houston and we swept the Angels, which frankly we should have done. But first, let's go over this Houston series. Going into it, I said this was the most important series of the year in my opinion. We had a good chance to put some considerable distance against the Astros in the standing, who I believe is realistically going to be our hardest competition for the AL West crown. And thankfully we did that. We took 3 of 4, which is huge. I was really hoping we'd get the mop. Unfortunately, we had a really frustrating loss against Spencer Arrighetti in Game 4. We just could not get any offense on the board for that. Not going to go over every game one by one and everything that happened, just some of the notable things. First, the big four of Houston in general didn't do too much damage against us. And of course, I'm talking about Jose Altuve, Kyle Tucker, Yordan Alvarez, and Alex Bregman. Now, Bregman did do some damage against us. He went 5 for 16 in the series. He did have 2 homers, 4 RBIs. But yet the other 3, Altuve, Tucker, and Yordan, all just really didn't get anything going against us, especially Kyle Tucker. He went 1 for 14 in the series with 4 Ks. Our pitching did a really good job at neutralizing the heart of the Houston lineup. The bullpen really shut it down too. They did not give up a single run in 13 innings of work for that 4-game stretch, which was awesome to see after a road trip that was a bit rough, we'll put it that way. Justin Verlander was pitching Game 3 and he pitched extremely well. I honestly thought we were probably going to lose that game, but thankfully we made it to extra innings, and in the bottom of the 10th, JP Crawford came up like he seems to always do at this point with a sac fly to win the ball game. It was not the best series on the offensive side. However, we still took 3 of 4, which makes us at a 5-2 head-to-head record, which is really important because we only play the Astros 6 more times this year. In the next series, we could make it impossible for them to come back and get the tiebreaker. And then the weekend, we took on the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Start of the series was really interesting because the news broke that the offensive coordinator for the Mariners, Brant Brown, was relieved of his duties. Just the offense has not been great this year. Obviously, we've been over that before. They are pretty close to last in a lot of offensive categories. Now, as far as if that firing is going to mean anything, I don't necessarily know. I know some people, especially after the Angels series, have said, well, clearly it must have helped. I don't think there's ever really going to be a good correlation that you can 100% make that the firing of Brant Brown is what sparked this offense or was the problem on why this offense was underperforming. I do think a lot of it has to still go on the players themselves. We did end up getting the 3-game sweep of the Angels, which is something we should have done. The Angels are not a good team this year at all, and we outscored them 19-5, so we whooped their butts, except for Game 1. Game 1 was close. I was there, had a really great time. It was really cool to meet Colton from Mariner Mojo, who has helped me out a lot with this YouTube stuff. It was overall a great time. Going to the ballpark is so fun. There was some really cool videos I posted on my Twitter at Trident if you want to go take a look. And like I said, it was a really close game. We were leading 3-0, I think, for most of the game. However, in the top of the 8th or the 7th, I don't remember which one, Joe Adele did hit a game-tying grand slam off Taylor Saucedo. Trent Thornton is the one who kind of loaded the bases, so can't put it all on Saucedo necessarily. But Ty France ended up being the big hero of this game in the bottom of the 8th, hit a solo home run, absolutely killed it to get us in that lead. Brought in Munoz, he closed it down. We win 5-4 that night. Ty France also had most of the runs that game. He had a 2-run double in the first inning. And I'm just saying, whenever I go this year, Ty France has hit home runs in both games, so we clearly have this connection. Game 2 was an absolute landslide victory. We won 9-0. It was really awesome to see Ryan Bliss get his first major league hit, which is such a fun accomplishment to see live. And that game was also capped off with a grand slam from JP Crawford. And in Game 3, once again for the 3rd time this homestand, the bottom of the 8th, brought in the juice. Mitch Garver had the bases loaded. He got into a 2-strike count, but was able to hit a bases clearing double to left field, scored 3 runs, gave us the lead for that game, that which we held on to as well. So once again, the bottom of the 8th was really good for this homestand. In game 2 of the Houston series, bottom of the 8th, we scored 3 runs to take the lead. In game 1 of the Angels series, Ty France hits the solo bomb, and in game 3 of the Angels series, we get the Garver double in the bottom of the 8th. So something was going on there. Another cool stat that I want to point out for the Angels series is that the Mariners starting pitchers did not give up a single run all series. That was Brian Wu, Bryce Miller, and Luis Castillo. So awesome job to them. So yeah, we take 3 of 4 against Houston. We sweep the Angels. We have a really nice 6-1 homestand. So now at this time, as of the off day, this is not accounting for any games that the Rangers or Astros may be playing tonight. I don't remember. I didn't check the schedule. We are 34-27 for our win-loss record, which is really great, being above 500 that much. We are 4 games ahead of the Texas Rangers and 7.5 games against the Houston Astros. And per Fangraphs, we have a 74.2% chance to make the playoffs, a 65.2% chance to win the division, and 4th best odds in the American League to win the World Series, 7th best odds in the entire MLB. The Mariners are in a really good place right now with their record. They are about to head to Oakland and then Kansas City for a road trip, which Oakland, I know, is the Athletics. They are not going to be pushovers by any means. We really need to miss Mason Miller again, hopefully. And Kansas City is just a good ball club this year, especially on the starting pitching side. So we'll see if the offense can keep it going. But that's going to be it for my recap of this homestand. It was really great to see how well they did, and hopefully we can keep that mojo going. June is going to be a really semi-easy month, probably our easiest month of the year. Schedule-wise, we're still going to be seeing the White Sox and the Miami Marlins, which hopefully we can sweep both of those series. One last thing I do want to say in this video, I want to address the channel content and what you may be seeing going forward. Now, don't get me wrong, you will still be seeing me talking to the camera like I am now, going over series potentially. It's just been a little bit tough with my schedule and my work schedule and life in general, that sometimes I may miss a series to recap, and for me that can be a little tough. Don't really like missing series, especially when that's a lot of what my videos are at this point. It feels unorganized. I do want to try out a new type of creation, more of kind of a, I don't want to say documentary, but edited videos where I'm doing more voiceover work and I'm talking about a specific topic, which is something I am starting to work on now. So you may see that video here hopefully in the next week or 2, but I'm going to put a lot of my time in that, so you may not see some content until that is out, because I really want to try to make that the best I can. It's going to take me a lot of editing. But yeah, I hope you like it when that comes out. Otherwise, I appreciate you stopping by. You can subscribe to the channel, it's free, like the video, and comment down below, how do you feel the Mariners are doing right now? I'd love to hear from you. That's gonna be it for me in this one, and I will see you in the next.